My experience, and also I think it's the same principle that I have been talking about just so far, that if whether you can just do it or not. It's a thinking, physical work, same root. Thinking, thought becomes true, the phenomena. It's like the flame and the light. The light exists because there is a flame, but flame has no use if there is no light, so there is no separation, basically. So our thinking makes our action. So in the office, yeah, you have to think a lot, but if you can think just as it is 100%, that's also another truth. So office is the same, if you just, you have to think about on some project, or even when you are dealing with a computer, how can I track or, digs out, from this email or set up this some program. If you just 100% you are able to become one, then not tired actually. But we experience, there are a lot of other stuff, pops up when you work in the office. Actually, recently, just a few days ago, someone emailed me. His job is actually teaching, university in China. He's American, but now because of the pandemic, he's stuck in Korea. So he has to do everything, like giving lecture and the grading for the students. Everything is online, and he's living in his Korean wife's parents' house somewhere near Seoul. So they are kind of stuck in there. And then, living with your wife's parents or husband's parents, we can imagine, I have not in this life, but I can imagine quite easily, very difficult. He didn't say directly in the email that, but I could feel his pain, suffering, living with his wife's parents. And that, they are kind of, because there was a movie like a Parasite, they just joke, but they have to ask everything, the parents, to, the room and the food, so he feels very uncomfortable. And he has to give the lectures on online, and now it's at the end of the semester, so he must work on a lot grading the students. So he told me he can perform very well any physical work these days, like helping, like washing dishes, or sometimes like taking care of the plants, or cleaning the house. He can just do it. He has some experience with our style of practice, so he can just do it. He said no problem. But when he has to work this now, reading the students' reports and grading, what kind of grade should I give that and this student, it gives him a lot of this headache. So that he asked me, how can I, handle this thinking job better or well? Because he's really having a tough time on it. So he's very like a logical guy. I know him. I have known him for quite a few years. He's very logical, intellectual, and very, he can be very good on analysis, like a principle. So this time I suddenly thought about, so why are you so good at this physical work? So look into that. When you do some physical work, what kind of mindset do you have? How do you do that? Why do you do that? So use the same principle to your thinking job, because actually the root is the same. Thinking actually become the phenomena eventually. So anyway, that was for him. So as for your question, office job is, I think, the same principle. When I do work in the office, the best way is just, just become one with what I'm reading and what I'm talking with the people. Sometimes I fail, and what's the next? Fix it. Come back. Oh, fail. Sometimes it lasts quite long to the night, even until you sleep, it still stays here. Why that person insult me? Why this person think his way is better than mine? It still stays here. But if you just keep trying, then you will see the difference, how sincerely you try to actually use the principle. Yeah, so office, I think it's basically the same way you can try. Any other question? So today during the formal meal, suddenly drawing my bowl. Wow, only this moment, sweating and a little full. But anyway, I have to wrap up my bowl set. But there are so many things happening in the world these days, and during our culture, between you and that person and this person, but we know so well we can hold nothing there. It just only something here, always non-stop going on. So we have to really agree that everything is just like dream. But as we have also shared before, it's just like the film in the movie theater, this provision, all the films connected, but if you separate all the film, each picture, nothing move actually there. But only when this, how do you call that, spin around and the light reflects, and then it looks like moving, like our life. So we used to say we want to be beyond time and space, because time and space, the cause and effect, make all this suffering. But that gives us some kind of idea how to be free from this headache every day or suffering. Originally, everything is a stop. If you only just stop your thinking, literally stop thinking, but thinking itself also 100%, that means actually stop. And then there is no time and space. There's no time and space, just as it is. So I don't know, just today during the formal meal, drawing my bowl, wow, just this moment. So I hope in which area you are working, and also even in this meditation hour, we just keep trying to hit that point, hit that mindset. Sometimes fail, then try again. That's a very powerful weapon for us, just to keep trying. So thank you.